time states as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Maryland Terrapins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kick it off to get us underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. There he goes. At the 30. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Maryland!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now the play fake. Here's a heat. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Makes it throw to the hand. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Green 25.
Wants to throw again. And he will score! Touchdown, Terrapins!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Using his legs, it's Rousseau. Across the 25, he's got room. Breaks into the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. And the Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground, he's got it again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finding open areas. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And after the interception, he steps out of bounds, and he swung a little momentum on the final play of the first quarter. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Leaves it with the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Lost the defense is wide open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Right down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Not enough space, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Easy. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He's got it. First down and more. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Quarterback making adjustments. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. He's going to take off.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking to throw. Gets rid of it. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry up. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Rousseau. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. That should be the final play of the first half. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Terrapins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Let's send the tight end in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Throws to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarter.
There he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Sun Devils are on the move. Back to throw, it's Freeman. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll go to the air on second and short. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Bringing the heat. Got his man to the left. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. Looking for a man. It's Freeman. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
Here we go, set.
Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, we've got an update on number 1 versus number 2 going on right now. OU, oh my. Oklahoma is putting on a show offensively today. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up 14 over Texas A&M. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything going on today, and when it happens, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got his man on the right. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He'll try to do it himself. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to more with that trip to the house.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sure hands, it's Rousseau. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Tackle is made at the 37. First down for the offense.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period.
Base 27 jump.
Off play action. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Freeman. Pressure coming. Quarterback moving out of the pocket.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Escapes the pressure going right. Makes the grab inside the 30. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
Turning it on! Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
He'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look.
Throws off the chance. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock as a defense,
Breaks into the open.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. Throwing right. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Cuber. Finds a tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And he puts through the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Gives it on the option.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for room. It's Rousseau. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Freeman. The short hands, it's Rousseau. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.